The Italian coastguard has rescued almost 500 refugees from sinking boats in the Mediterranean Sea this week. One refugee was found dead during the operation. Italy is trying to reduce the number of people attempting to make the dangerous crossing. So far this year, Italian boats have picked up nearly 200,000 people from the Mediterranean. Meanwhile, the European Commission has released a report on how Europe is coping with the refugee crisis. Part of the effort includes the deal struck with Turkey in March to stop the influx of thousands of people. In exchange, Turkey was promised billions of dollars in aid and other concessions, including visa-free travel for Turkish citizens. But the deal appears to be in doubt, with both sides accusing the other of failing to keep their side of the bargain. The EU says it's so far allocated $2.3 billion out of the $3.2 billion it earmarked for 2016 and 2017. The Turkish government, though, says it's received just a fraction of that. The EU says Turkey has yet to fulfill 7 conditions requested by Europe to liberalise entry into the EU for Turkish citizens. Still, the deal has helped curb the flow of people. Refugee arrivals in Greece are down to an average of 90 people a day, from a high of 10,000 that arrived in a single day in October 2015. Jack Parrock has more on that EU-Turkey deal from Brussels.
What everyone's looking at in this report by the European Commission into the migration crisis and the EU-Turkey deal on migration is essentially the visa liberalisation issue. That's something that Turkey really wants. They want their citizens to be granted visa-free access to the European Union as part of the deal. But the European Commission has said that there are 7 benchmarks that the Turkish authorities have not met in order for this to progress. They are things like the introduction of biometric passports so that the European Union can be sure that the people coming in are the people on the passports, and also other issues like data protection between the two sides and definitions of terrorism. Now, as far as the rest of the migration issue goes, we've seen the European Migration Commissioner Dimitri Avramopoulos say that the EU's internal relocation system has not been successful. Of the 160,000 people that were meant to be relocated across the bloc, only 8,000 have been so far. He simply said that that was not good enough. Now, this all comes as a lot of scepticism is surrounding the EU-Turkey migration deal. Firstly, here in Brussels, where the European Parliament voted to suspend Turkey's EU accession talks. That doesn't mean that they are immediately suspended, and it happened last month. That would take the national governments of the EU and the Commission to agree, but it was advisory and shows that there's little appetite now for that potentially at the political level. But we've also heard from the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan saying he's not really too bothered about this deal between the EU and Turkey on the migration crisis. Whether the deal holds into the future, we'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, it is holding despite the freezing, or not freezing, but steady decline in relations between the European Union and Turkey.